right now. Hello and welcome everyone to Therapy Get Third, episode 19. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Good. Thanksgiving is over. Yay, we made it.
We did. And we actually came back with a guest host this week. So we're excited to have on the panel with us comedian, actress, incredible actress, songwriter, singer, just an all around talented performer. We are happy today to welcome Lindsay
Yeah.
Loon to the therapy of the absurd. And so to all of our guests, she may, be back, but she's here with us today until Stacy is in perfect and everything is perfect and Stacy's back. So yay, Lindsay, thank
Yes. Thank
you
you.
for being with
Thank you.
us. Fellow comic in the
Thanks for
trenches during
having
the
me.
pandemic. Fellow comic.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody heard. On a side note, not to change the subject, but big news. Dan already knew though. Dan already knew. Did you guys hear what HBO Max, Warner Media just announced?
No.
All of their theatrical slate that was supposed to come out this year and half of next year is all coming out on HBO Max starting December 25th until the end of next year. So you're talking the new Denzel Washington movie that's huge as hell. It's coming in January. You have
Mm.
Wonder Woman 1984, December 25th. You have Godzilla versus Kong. I believe that's in May or June. No, May. Suicide Squad 2 in June. Matrix 4 in December. What is it? Dune in August. The new Dune, but from Denis Villeneuve. Uh, like, like I don't remember all of them, but there's a lot. It's like I think they were saying something like every 3 weeks there's a huge tentpole movie that was supposed to only be in the theaters. Now it's going to be limited theater release and HBO Max at no extra charge if you've already paying for HBO Max.
Oh, okay. So, here's the thing. The filmmaker in me was like screaming because even though I know that, you know, production is production. So at this point, but the biggest, but outside of the physical cost of production is like marketing, P&A, prints and advertising, and then, housing and theaters. But still I think like any filmmaker that still wants to see things go up on screens bigger than your TV. When you said it at first, I was like, instead of, but you were like, it's not that everything will still get limited theater release. Cause I was just like, well, okay, well, thank goodness that Amazon is not necessarily following suit because we want to see, One Night in Miami
We're
get
gonna get to that.
yeah, we want to see it get its just. We just had Yolanda Hunt, on
Oh
here,
yeah.
who casted the film. And I've got faves. Leslie Odom is I'm a huge fan. So and there's all types of buzz. I was just trying, like, my mind, it's like my mind went to death. My mind went to, oh my God,
Oh
no.
no, yeah. That's
Because
really
I'm
good.
very sad that the Jamie Foxx animation piece from Pixar is not going to get a theatrical release. Like I think it's
Oh,
going
for
to go straight.
Soul, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna go.
that
And
one
I
is
feel like,
only Disney Plus.
I feel
Yeah.
like they jumped the gun on that. Like and obviously as a person of color, that was going to be, or still is, I guess, their
Yeah.
first story centered around a person of color. Like that's
Yeah.
Pixar's first. So
Yeah.
it's whether you're talking about that spectrum or just the entertainment spectrum, I was just like, but no, all these people are, we need theater, I don't think,
Yeah.
anyway, so this is good to know. So it's in addition to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, December 10th, Disney has a chance for a rebuttal. And if all the leaks that are coming out are true, I don't think it's just going to be Disney come next Tuesday or Friday. You're going to get a lot more people throwing down a gauntlet of something, because if you look at the caliber of movies that these guys are throwing down, like, I
Mhm.
mean, Netflix even has to respond with something.
When you
They have
say
to respond with
rebuttal, what do you
something.
mean by what do you
Well,
mean
it's
by
it's just basically because at first it was Disney basically, doing the Soul movie, and then still kind of throwing it out there. They actually, if what I read is correct, and it could be a lie, so take it with a grain of salt. But if what I read is correct, they were saying that there were like legitimate emails sent out to Disney Plus customers and actual Disney people on a mailing list to see if they would still watch Black Widow, Marvel's Black Widow on Disney Plus, and they never got back to anybody with the answers to that. So we're going to find out about that come. They said December 10th. That's been confirmed. But like you were saying, Soul should have got, even if it was like everything else, a limited theatrical release. That might also get announced. So
right?
they
Okay.
have a lot of stuff that they have to do. And the thing is like people like Netflix, they were going to buy the King Kong versus, or what is it, Godzilla versus King Kong for $200 million.
Mm.
from Legendary. But now that Warner Media, which is AT&T, they they get the final say. Final say.
Wow.
So they, I think, also jumped the gun in announcing it as fast as it did, so that deal didn't go through, right? Because they
Wow.
want it on their channel. So now all these other channels now have to try to, or streaming services, I should say, have to figure out a way to get you back whatever month that they're releasing Dune or Godzilla versus King Kong. Because what if now that's all you want to watch for the 30 days? You know what I mean? What if that's all you want to watch? I know I'm going to watch it 5, 10 times.
So when you're saying like, so you're saying you think a bunch of people will get free trials and then bail, or like,
Um,
what do you?
that's the controversy that a lot of the streamers are talking about now, because the
Mhm.
most expensive service is HBO Max, 14.99 a month, where Disney Plus, I believe, is what, 6 or 7.99 a
Yeah,
month.
Disney died, and actually, I'm glad I'm talking to you. I hope I didn't miss it. Hulu did something, and Hulu was doing, I think, $2, something really
A
ridiculous as a
dollar
black.
99. Yeah, it was a Black
And I
Friday
hope I
move.
haven't missed it. I meant to circle back because
A dollar 99 for what?
for
For
a
Hulu
year,
for a
for
year.
a year, and so
Yeah, a month.
a dollar. I'm sorry, $1.99 a month for a year because it's
Yeah.
it's like $5.99 or something.
Oh yeah.
Um, and
I'll
I
tell my wife to go cancel it and re-sign up.
well,
Well,
I
no,
mean,
I would research first.
yeah, but that was, I don't know if the deal is gone. Like
Yeah, I
now
think it expired.
we're
I think it
Thursday,
Darn.
expired.
and it was a Black Friday, Black Monday kind of thing. And I know like
Yeah.
some of the Black Monday deals are still around because I ordered a couple things a couple
Yeah, a
nights
few.
ago
Yeah,
that
a
were,
few. Yeah.
but I
Because they didn't. They
forgot
didn't.
to
They didn't make their money.
but I forgot to circle back
you know.
on that one in particular because everything helps. Everything helps.
Every dollar, man.
Hmm.
So they're worried that people, for the amount of content they're going to be getting for a full year. I mean, I don't remember all the names of the movies, but
Hmm.
the list is long. They got you
Right.
covered for just about every 3 weeks throughout the whole entire year.
Hmm.
And so a lot of these other
Depends how much
services,
time you got.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But that's
Some people
that's
could do
gonna
3 weeks.
oh yeah, that's gonna cause a lot of other streaming services to probably change the dates and releases of certain things that maybe they thought they had more time to release. Things might get pushed up sooner just to compete.
That's what I was
Um,
gonna say, but and that's the next time I was saying, have we yet moved to a place where streaming services are competing for release dates? Like, are we there yet?
from what they were saying, because of the lockdown, the new lockdown, Los Angeles wise, for the three
Right.
weeks or whatever, and then they were saying what the hospitals now are just
Right. Yeah, I saw that the
surging
current
like crazy
lockdown
or whatever.
orders are driven by the
So
concerns with the
yeah, so
hospital. But this
they're
is like California's one state. I'm scared. I'm a little weirded out about the idea of us determining the fate of
yeah
international streaming services based on what
yeah
California. I mean, and I respect us. I'm not trying to
yeah
air quote us to be bad,
no
but I'm
yeah
just saying we have a whole globe, and just because the United States is in a fucking lot of trouble for being the bad kid, I think this all sounds like I
oh
mean, because
yeah
everybody else is afraid of us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
oh
everybody else,
no yeah
yeah, it's us. It's
they
we're
have
the
Don't
right
go
they have
over
right to
there. They eat paste.
and everything.
that's right
So this is interesting. I think this is a very hefty move. I mean, I'm not in these boardrooms, so I get I'm an
oh
artist, making my way up the hill, but I think this is a very, very heavy, long reaching move
oh
that
yeah
I'm concerned that I don't know that it's based on the widest picture. Like that's what I'm hearing. Like I don't know. I mean,
yeah
obviously it is historic, but I'm just like, really? Like, because like I mean everybody's streaming around the world. Like, are
oh
the
that's the other thing. So the HBO Max, with what it's doing, is right as of right now, though it could change, but as of right now is only United States. So
and that's
nobody in
yeah,
Europe or any of the other countries
right.
are going to get it. But that's one
Without
thing.
a VPN.
Yeah, unless you have a VPN, there's a
Right.
workaround.
But I mean,
There's a
like, well,
workaround.
before we get to that part of it, just the on the flat, you're saying on the flat of it all, barring having a VPN, and I get how prevalent that is. This is a decision for the continental U.S. This is not a decision
Yes,
for the
for
world.
everywhere else. Yep. And then it's only on HBO Max for 30 days, and then it's only going to be in the limited theater. Well, because they're both going to release, side by side, limited theater release plus the HBO Max. The only difference is the HBO Max is only for 30 days, and then after that you have to either go see it limited release theater or when they put it on demand, or what is it?
Or like when it goes to the normal chain of post theater
Yeah. Oh yeah.
distribution chain. Okay. Okay, well, all right. That makes now that I can hear that part better. That makes sense. I still think it's a weighty move because I mean I would be very surprised if we're still not out in the world by June of next year. Like
I hope we are, but man,
like
I don't know, man. America
I
just
would
people
be
don't.
very
We're
weirded
very
out
good.
by us as a country. I'm sorry, and I like this is not the Dan and this is not the Stefan and Dana show. Lindsay, you host
What
festivals, you do all kind of stuff.
what
What are your thoughts?
No, I was just I was wondering in those other countries, are the good kids allowed to go to the movies still? I mean, in those
I
countries where the theaters are still open, are they still going to be having releases?
I know in Australia and New Zealand they are negative COVID. Like people
Yeah,
there
I was
followed
there,
the
and I was about to say New Zealand, man, New
yeah, they
Zealand.
Those
followed it
funnel
to a
spiders
T.
scared it
Oh,
away.
well, okay,
Like,
yeah, they do have some of the most deadly
oh,
insects in the
and those
world.
giant centipedes that I saw in King Kong that they have in New Zealand, that would scare them away too.
Oh yeah, yeah, Peter Jackson, man.
I
But
was there for 11 months. I never saw a centipede. I did see a really cute hedgehog, though. They have some funky
oh,
animals.
But
oh
And
yeah.
theaters are generally open in New Zealand and in other places
Oh, right
around.
now especially, yeah, they
Uh-huh.
don't have any
they're going to
COVID
continue
problems.
releasing it normally over there. They're not doing the HBO. The HBO Max is just continental US, so they're still going to be having those theater releases.
Limited though. Yeah,
Okay.
because they just did a poll. There was two polls that were taken. One was of all how everybody's doing streaming service wise. HBO Max was the lowest, so they had to do something
Oh,
for
to get their numbers
shareholders, and
together.
yeah, they had to do something a bold move.
Mhm.
Now, but the thing, this is what everybody's a buzz about right now, is what will everyone else's answer to what they did be? Because what they did is historical.
Yeah.
It's never been done on that scale with that many movies. This is why they're saying Apple's already. People are waiting for to see what Apple's going to do. People are
Mhm.
waiting to see what Netflix is going to do. Paramount is already rebranding whatever the heck they're doing. Nobody knows what the hell they're going to do.
Which again, all of it seems to me very premature because I get that we are in a new age of streaming, but by the same token, HBO was not a, they didn't start out as a theatrical company.
Yeah,
And they don't have a history of being a theatrical company. They have a fantastic history of amazing content, though. And
yeah.
when these platforms got into original content, because they were HBO was just early in the game. I mean, I remember being a kid, like because I was telling somebody, I don't know if it was on here or something I was on. I was like, are any of you young enough to even know what HBO stands for? That it stands for home box office.
Box office.
That when it
Yep.
came out, it was a company that was like, we're gonna bring, movies to TV from the theater, whatever, all these things.
Oh
Now
yeah.
it's like it's an acronym. I don't know that people even know what the acronym means, and I could be I could be wrong about that, but I just feel like they probably have to make the boldest move. They were not a theatrical property owner at the level of a Paramount or of a Disney Pixar or of a Disney or any. I think they had the boldest move. I think they had the boldest move to make. Netflix, I feel like with Netflix, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, but we'll see because people are into competition. And I think that's the thing
Oh
about
yeah.
this, these United States of
Oh
America,
yeah.
this country, everything is about competition. Because I'm just like, what are we really expecting? I mean, the other ones are again, and that Paramount is doing anything.
Disney Plus is a big one because they are literally sitting on a lot of completed
Right. If
Marvel and Star
anybody's
Wars
gonna make
property.
the big move, Disney has the content. They have they own fucking Star Wars. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They own. That's who. If they answer, I'd like to see what their answer is.
They
were you gonna
might
say,
be
Dan?
they might be preempting what they can. They might be speculating that there's going to be a raise in pirating if they don't
Oh
do
no,
it.
yeah, that was
They've
already
already got
yeah.
this. They've already got this stuff in the can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like someone's going to leak it. Someone that
Probably
needs
first.
$50.
Well, yeah, that's interesting too. Like I forgot. Like I mean, I feel like they worked. There was such a great campaign. Like when we dealt with Napster, and then on to like movie pirating. We don't ever see like I mean, and Ed Namrock, my guy, I love him. He's here. Like, is there a guy still selling CDs or Blu-rays on the corner? Like, there was the time that you could not step into a grocery store or any establishment before somebody tried to sell you all the latest CDs and all the shit. And I feel like a good enough job was done that we just don't see pirating at that level between Redbox and all the other ways that you can get shit. I'm wondering, I feel like I don't see where pirating they propagated against it hard enough that I feel like they slowed the roll on that movement pretty strongly. You know,
I mean, they've done stuff, but
streaming itself was an answer. Do you know what I'm saying? If you think about
you
it,
know
streaming
that
itself,
Russia always gets stronger.
right? Okay, true. Can't argue with that.
Always gets stronger.
Can't argue with that.
We have your goddamn movies. We will play your movies for you and your children, and they will watch with happy faces.
Right. Like to me, if anything, by not making this bold move around the world, you increase the opportunities for pirating outside of the continental US. To me, then you go back up, because now you're saying that we want to make things available to folks in the US that are not available around the world. So you then, to me, make a case for the folks in, who may not be getting this, for them to pirate. But I'm struggling with the pirating argument.
So you mean cell phone copies off the screen? Like, how does that?
Say that again, Lindsay. Say that again.
People will be doing cell phone copies off the HBO.
I don't know, man.
Yes, finder. But if you want to see the movie, you don't want to go to the theater. It's only like $2.
Yeah, they're gonna do something for sure. I mean,
the black market will come out of the U.S. Hey, they can't get this in New Zealand. I'm going to cell phone, make a disc of it. I'm going to record it with my phone at the theater here in the U.S. or on my streaming at home, and then I'm going to make it available.
You get that new iPhone, man.
Shadows of people passing by.
Right.
Out of the fridge, those little shadows on the screen.
Daddy's getting another beer.
I still remember the folks who were doing that. Like, I mean, I knew people personally who were hustling. Because I never saw, I'll say it now. I never saw Training Day in the theater. I saw Training Day bootleg. Let me see. I saw Fast and Furious with time code at the bottom. Like, not the first one. I think I saw the first one in the theater, but maybe the second or third one I saw it with time code because somebody had
studio copy.
But the question is, did those make great Christmas gifts?
Possibly, maybe.
Or are those considered bad Christmas gifts?
I think those are bad. I agree with you. I think they're bad. They're bad stocking stuffers.
You're ready to go into the segment, sir?
Well, I don't know. I was segueing.
Yeah, it was a brilliant segue. Exactly.
Okay,
you ruined what could have been a conspicuous segue.
This is a room. This is not really a sound stage. This is just a room. He's ruined the illusion.
Right.
I'm gonna add it right now.
Good and bad gift ideas. Oh my god!
All right. Here we go. Let's see. These aren't very long.
But if I liked fruitcake, that's tasty.
Well, everybody's got that, grandma or best friend that's like, yeah, Merry Christmas. Here's a fruitcake.
My grandmother made those. Like, I did not enjoy them because it was just too much. It was an assault, but she made them. Like, I just felt like and in the time in which I grew up, you could buy like these food colored fruits. So her fruit cake would be that, but it would be like green cherries because they and you could buy these. Like, that was the thing. I don't know whose idea that was in the food retail world.
Come on, just eat it. Eat it. It's good for you. It's got fruit in it.
I was like, no. Like,
I think it's like the boba of the cake world. Like, you're chewing along, minding your own business, and then there's like more chew than you expected.
Right.
Right. I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh yeah.
It's like those hard parts of the toothpaste.
Oh, there you go. And then you got that random golf sweater. Somebody trying to dress you. Hey, here you go. It's like, what are they trying to say about your clothes, man?
Right. And that says everything. That's a funny sweater.
That's actually a perfect thing for me to wear because I don't care about golf at all.
I got gifted a Hardcore Dad golf sweater not long ago. I won't name who.
I like that 8-iron though. Something about it. I don't know.
Actually,
know.
it's weird because it looks like an 8 wood, but yes, it has an 8 on it, so it should be an
probably
iron.
would. That again,
No, there's no 8 wood. I think. Is there an 8 wood? Tell us in the comments.
I
and
just
give
saw
us-
the 8, and I know you call them iron, so that was a engineering moment. That was not a golf knowledge moment.
It's all right. It's all right. But I wouldn't wear that. That's like a regift. But then I feel bad for whoever gets it. Oh,
Sometimes
man.
a belt. Hey, sometimes a belt is a great gift, though. So you shouldn't kink shame, on your presentation.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
You shouldn't what, Shane?
Kink shame. There's some people that can never have enough belts. I gotta tell you.
Okay, and you said, what are you saying? Kink shame?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kink shame.
yeah. He's talking
It's
about
a hard word to say. It is.
romantic.
S&M.
That too.
Oh, got it. Okay, Lord have mercy. It came way in the distance. And thank
Hold
you
your
for
pants up,
bringing it
Dan.
on
Hold
home.
your pants up.
Yes.
Not to
that's
pull them
why.
down. Hold them up.
That's why I'm wearing 4 across my torso right now. So-
What is this, Mad Max?
That is, now I have to say, that's a handsome wallet. I have to say, like, that's a handsome wallet.
Jeez.
It's a handsome wallet.
Hey man, I used to have wallets like this until I tried the Ridge wallet. After the Ridge wallet, I don't mess with these other wallets.
What's
They
a
have-
Ridge wallet?
It's like it's a metal wallet now that looks like, I don't know if you can see it on here. You put all your stuff in there, and it has a special technology that the material is made out of, so people can't scan and get a copy of your wallet through the cloth material that holds your cards in there.
Except for the company that made you the wallet.
But
Except-
but you can't, like, nobody. Here's the thing. I think coins have died a natural death, like, because you don't have a place for coins, and
Yeah.
And then we had a coin shortage. You're like, I haven't used something for a long time and it's gone. Why do I feel sad? Just
yeah, wallets are, we don't know people what color they like, what material they like. But which is, if I am ballsy enough to give a physical gift and I'm unsure, I always give a gift receipt. I always give a gift receipt. Just in case. You never know. You never know. I have gotten a belt before. I don't remember what the design was, but it would never match anything that I wore. I mean, I am for the thought that counts, but in that in saying that, I will give you a gift receipt. I won't do you bad. Let's see. What did she say? She said, Lauren said they are great. You can't get your cards duplicated when you use the wallet. Oh, she's talking about the Ridge wallet.
right. I've never heard tell of such, so I'm excited to learn something new.
Maybe we get them as a sponsor, because if they sponsor us, we all get free ones.
I can't wait.
I'm excited about a wallet with ridges. Might feel good in the back pocket. I'm
good gift ideas. Love it.
Gift ideas, right?
like a Ridge wallet. Come on, give us a call.
I know. Call back. We have these little like baskets that have like all those really awesome snacks. Petra's Farm sausages or dry salamis. What is it? Chocolate.
I hate those. I have to admit.
You don't like. I was like, when's the controversy coming? Here it is.
As I munch a chip. But like, I'm just like,
Godiva chocolates.
Who like if you give me a box of chocolates, we are friends forever. If you give me a pie, if you give me but I don't, but when I've ever gotten these, I'm just always like, I don't eat most of, the little jams and jellies, maybe, in those tiny jars that they come in, but the cheese is definitely a no, pork or salami or none of that. And even if you gave it, and here's the thing, even if I was a meat eater, I've always been suspicious of like meats in these big packages. Like I don't know that I would eat meat.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just me. Yeah. So I'm surprised to see it on the good gift.
You can go ahead and send it all to me if someone gives you one of these.
I will.
What were you saying,
I love
Lindsay?
it. Seriously.
No,
you can tell by my complexion. I like it.
Sorry, what were you saying, Lindsay? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, I love them.
Oh no, same.
Yeah, Dana, you've got a few people to pass it along to.
I see. Amen. Amen.
Which is a good gift because it allows you to do gift, right?
There you go.
Here's what you do. You get one of those sausages, you cut it in thirds. You send a third to each of us, and then you check how good our memory is.
Oh my gosh. But I like the almonds in there. They got the Godiva chocolates. You got the
Mhm.
different jams. You got the dried salamis, the crackers. It looks like they have some kind of fondue or some kind of cheese in the back there on the left.
Right.
That'll kill me, so I can't eat that.
Man, they're beautiful. I've always thought that they're beautiful.
You send me the cheese. I enjoy the cheese so much.
Yeah.
You said you're allergic to cheese or it gives you gas. You don't want no cheese?
No, it's just I can live with gas. I mean, it's
Oh,
other people that have a problem.
yeah,
It's
your
not
wife
me.
might murder me if I
I
send
was
you
gonna say,
cheese.
God bless the other people. God bless them.
They're used to it now. It's like Stockholm syndrome or something like that. I don't know.
Oh God.
Oh my lord. Then you have, gift cards, which some people say are horrible gifts, but if I like Starbucks and
Right.
you can throw on $5, who's to complain you can get a drink or two? I mean, come on, man. Jesus.
And this might sound a little bit picky, tricky, but I'll say this about gift cards. I would say, and it may even sound, I don't even want to sound bougie, but I feel like people should make sure that you get gift cards that are universal and like to me, I think you should get people the Visa gift card.
Oh, so you can
You
use
don't
it
get
anywhere.
them like the Visa Walmart gift card
Yeah.
because even though it's typically not, it may not, there are gift cards out there in the world of gift cards that have restrictions and no one knows. And I swear to you guys, like being like, I'm from a big family that celebrates big at Christmas, not this year. And like 2 or 3 years in a row, my son would get like these gift cards that somebody would buy at the last minute because they had his name. But then we would get back to California and we couldn't use them everywhere. And then if you try to use it, it's all tricky. I'm sure that right now I probably have 2 or 3 old ones with balances on them because we tried to buy like either from the PlayStation station or we tried to go somewhere that you can't use it, but then you have to wait for a pending transaction on a card like that won't take it to fall off before you can, like, it's a whole mess. And so I just say in the world of gift cards, I know only Dana has experienced this. It's me. I'm particular. I just say you guys be kind to people. Either get specific cards, get the Starbucks cards, those will go a long way. Get restaurant cards, or either get I think some of the best universal gift cards are the American Express ones because there are just certain things that no matter where you freaking go, you can use it.
Yeah, so you're not limited.
Mhm.
And then
Well, I got some ideas for you here. Good idea, bad idea. Did you guys remember? I think it was Animaniacs. Good idea, bad idea.
Back.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so I just got a few ideas when you told me you wanted to do this, and the first one is a gift card. So a good idea is a gift card to Baskin Robbins.
Yes. For those who eat ice cream, yes.
A bad idea is a gift card to Carol Baskin Robbins.
Agreed. Okay.
Only then.
Okay. A good idea is a Jack in the Box.
Okay. Okay.
The bad idea is a What's in the Box from the movie Seven.
Yes. Okay, I can see that. Yes, I agree.
Okay.
What's in the box?
A good idea is a PlayStation 5.
Okay.
A bad idea is a Haystation 5. Okay, so there's two types of Haystation 5s. There's the Haystation 5, which is good for feeding 5 horses at one time. Now, if you have horses, that's a really good game. Okay, a really good gift. Games or gifts sometimes. And the other kind of Haystation is horrible though, because it's $500 and all it does is say hey to people when they come through the door. And they only raise it to $500 because you can change it to alternate when people come through the door, it goes, hey. So
Dan, are you auditioning for an auction? Are you?
You're a hey girl.
Yeah.
I think you turned red just trying to talking at the speed of light.
Yeah, they need a new Micro Machines guy.
Hey man, job's a job, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Wow.
But my final one is a good thing is when your parents give you underwear.
Okay.
Now, you know what? I think honestly, like underwear at any age, maybe not for everyone on here, but I am a girl who loves new undies. Like that. I'm still a woman who loves. So I think underwear is just something that everybody always needs. And if you know the right size, if as long as you don't buy the wrong size, I think that's a great gift, honestly.
So if a good idea is your parents giving you underwear, what's a bad idea?
Oh
I'm
boy,
sex toys. I don't know.
I don't
Your
know.
parents give you herpes. Yours was good too.
Okay,
Um,
okay. All right.
it's the most
Hmm.
horrible gift for the year.
I was saying I
Are
didn't
those
see that.
used underwear?
I was say didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming. All right.
Yeah.
So-
When I said I wanted the gift that keeps on giving, I didn't mean this.
Right.
oh
I
boy.
just want to shout out Ed Namrock. Just want to shout out everybody. We got a lot of great folks already in here. Lauren Bowman is in here. Anthony Villarreal is in here. Ed Namrock is in here. Friend of the broadcast. Did I miss anybody? I just don't want to miss anybody. Gaming Fatigue is in here. Awesome. Nick is in here.
That's right. What's up? What's up,
Yeah, Nick.
everybody?
I'm not gonna Enthrall. We know who the wonderful Enthrall is. I just want to make sure I caught everybody. But yeah, Dan herpes. Okay.
The other one that
It's a horrible gift to get,
Yeah.
especially
course.
from parents.
well, yeah,
From anybody.
horrible parents. Horrible parents. What do you think, Lindsay?
I think that's a story for family services, and I'm really sorry that sprung to mind.
yes. Yes.
I'll never
They-
forget year 10.
The other one that my wife and I actually came up with together was experiences, right? So if somebody gives you like the experience of like a trip to Mexico, a trip to Hawaii, maybe a trip to Aspen to go skiing. Granted, if obviously the COVID gets somewhat under control.
Your
Right.
first trip in a box and a hole to Nevada. Sorry. I'm just going with the dark stuff after that. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
Well, looks like we have some. It's time for a little bit of light after the dark stuff. Maybe we got some great guests that are with us tonight.
Oh yes.
And we're excited because we are therapy. I can't talk of the absurd, and we've got a great comic coming up. Stefan, who's doing this? Me or you?
I can do it if you want me to. That's not. I know that's not an answer. I'm sorry.
All right, I figured. Let me see. So after procrastinating 35 years prior to doing stand-up, we got someone special, you guys. And spending numerous years in and out of gyms, dieting and binge eating while looking to feel validated, attention seeking. Here it comes. I thought, what a waste if I don't share this gold with anyone that will listen. So I became a comedic health coach. You guys, welcome to the broadcast, Suze Wolfe.
Yeah.
Woo.
Man,
Welcome.
thank you. It's so great to be here. I was dying backstage listening to you guys. Holy shit, that was great. I'm good. I don't have to do anything. I mean, I'm very satisfied with this podcast right now. So. I got to say something about the panties. First of all, I can't even use the word panties. It's just uncomfortable for me to use it. And you know what? I beg to differ. I don't need them all the time because I can make a pair of panties last forever. I mean, it's
As a gift. Got it.
I don't whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have holes in mine. I'm like, you know what? These feel good. They fit good. They contour my body. Why would I want to? Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not getting it.
It'll be summer soon. Air conditioning is nice.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh, awesome.
That's right.
Good to see everybody.
So what inspired you to do stand-up comedy, Susan?
You know what? I was tricked into doing it.
Oh.
Tricked.
That's what Stefan did to me.
Listen, as Dana said, I procrastinated for 35 years, and that's no lie. People would tell me how funny I was, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to hear it. I ain't doing that stuff. I ain't doing it. I couldn't sweep that underneath the rug fast enough, And then when I came to California, my girlfriend just kind of talked me into going to see an open mic, and I never even knew what an open mic was. Like I knew what it was, but I thought it was entertainment. And so, and this was the first time I met Bobby. It was actually at her studio. Bobby,
Oh, nice.
Right, which is in walking distance from where I live. So we're sitting there, and I'm watching these people go up, and I'm thinking to myself, "Damn, they suck." I mean, that is, I'm like, if they could, I think I might be, if I might be as funny, if not funnier than that. I can do this. I can do this. So that's kind of how it started for me. I did that, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And then I joined up for one of Bobby's classes, and I didn't realize that there was an actual show, like a grad show.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I found that out, I asked if I can get my money back. I'm like, I ain't doing that, man. I'm not going live anywhere. So, but that's really it. And once I started, like totally addicted and really loved the whole vibe and stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Susan, can you turn your volume up at all? Can you crank that volume up? Does that get louder? I mean, we can hear you. It's fine. I was just wondering if it could be louder.
I just want to know if I can do that. You know that I'm a bad person with tech stuff. I'm testing right now. How's that? Is that better?
I think it's probably about the same, but it's fine.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a little better.
All right.
Yeah.
I did my computer's volume, but I don't know if if I can.
Oh, if there's a setting. If there's a setting. Yeah. Let me see. I'll see.
Right there on your headset. There's on your wire. On the wire, Susan. Yeah, right there. There should be something. Yeah, that might have a volume thing on it.
How's that? Testing.
Oh,
no.
It's a nice click. It's rhythmic and cool.
Well,
keep it going. Can you give me about a 160? Just chill for a minute.
Interestingly enough, but I know this might not be easy to find. Susan, are you on a phone or a computer?
I'm on a computer.
Okay, and definitely don't want to. So do this for just a second. There is a box that you should see that says mute, stop cam /mic. Do you see that?
Yep.
Click cam/mic.
Yeah.
And then you'll see camera, audio, green screen. Over to the left under settings.
Yep. Audio. Okay.
And then you'll see mic and speaker.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So now at the very bottom of whatever you see, do you see a check button that says automatically adjust mic volume?
Yep.
So is it checked?
It is checked.
Uncheck it.
Yeah, uncheck that and then turn yourself up.
And then you can turn yourself up.
Damn.
Crank yourself like your Spinal Tap.
Oh, yeah, right on.
I dated myself.
It sounds like it might have helped some.
Is that better? Better?
That is a little better.
Yeah, it is a little better.
Like if you can crank it,
it's up as high as it'll go. Oh,
okay, then that's fine. That's fine because that's definitely an improvement.
All right.
The only reason I was wondering is because on my system it says that it's a beta thing. But so that's why I was like, let's walk through it and see if you have it.
I have no idea what that
So
is.
you can just shout at us. We're fine with that.
All right.
Yell in our faces.
All right, I will.
And we don't want to take up your interview time. Beta just means that they're testing it so that they give it to some people, but not to everybody.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Bastards.
Oh, I wasn't using it because I thought it was for beta males and I'm an alpha. Arr.
Oh my.
I was excited to see it. I figured that out and I was like, let me just see if we can help. Anyway, we're here.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
So
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, do you have a favorite comedian, Susan?
Oh man, you know what? I'm old school. I love like Dangerfield, right? Rodney. A big favorite of mine was Don Rickles.
Oh.
I mean, the sarcasm. I come from a sarcastic family. I came out of the womb sarcastic, so I'm like, I love that guy. I also, I love, oh my God, Joan Rivers. Right, so awesome. I'm a big fan of Pryor, Richard Pryor. Cool. But what got me started with really loving comedy was Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett.
Yes.
Maud, right? I mean, those women really were like groundbreaking for me. So that's kind of I don't have a favorite. It's more like a feeling, and yeah. So those kind of. Oh, and Three Stooges. I mean, that was the beginning for me. Three Stooges. I still have a dent in my head from when my brother smashed me with a pan. So there you go.
Oh,
Hey, B. Larry, whack.
Wow.
That is a genetic advantage in comedy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Wait, being able to take a fry pan to the head?
Yes, definitely.
There's your genetic advantage. Hey, wham! We could do this for scene after scene. Yay, wham!
so Susan, when did you has fitness always been your thing before comedy? Or
yeah, because early on, right, when I looked at my body and thought, what the hell is going on with it? I'm like, you change when you hit a certain age, right? Shit starts to happen, it just, and if you don't have an understanding of it, you start to think that there's something completely wrong with you. At least I did.
Wow.
And so, and I come from a very athletic family. So seeking out gyms was just second nature to me. And that's what I did. Lots of gyms and lots of sports. And I did everything and anything to try to lose weight, because I thought that losing weight was just, that it was synonymous with being cool and being, happy and validated and all that good stuff. So yeah, I did every diet known to man. I'll tell you, I did every diet. So it's huge. Yeah. So that was a big part of my life. And I probably lost 1,000 pounds altogether.
Wow. Right, but and to that end, you have a very admirable, a lovely physique. I want to, frame it properly for everybody. When because I'm someone that open mics at Dow also, so I met Susan at Dow, and I just was she's got, her genes are perfect. How is she doing that right now? Why? She's just everything is perfectly proportioned. So I would just say, I don't know what folks say to you now in reflection or in with respect to the lifetime of fitness, but you look I just thought she doesn't look her age, but only because I know what not looking your age looks like and what age you can be when you don't look your age. Did I know possibly what age you might be? But that said, I was just dang, okay. You can still be, fly and svelte at this certain point, and funny. So
no, this is Zoom right now. I look fantastic, don't I? Oh yeah. Totally. So, yeah. No, but I mean, it is what it is, and it was just a world of just dieting, gyms, and all that good stuff. I mean, that's kind of a lot of my experience. And then I became a coach. It was just like the normal thing to do. And because people would always ask me questions, and they'd always just kind of come to me for things. I bartended for years, and you get a lot of people wanting to tell you things about their personal life and ask you questions. And I'm like, you know what, man? I'm giving out so much advice. I want to get paid for it.
Amen. Good idea.
So I became a coach, and then shortly after that, I started comedy. And I was kind of doing them both simultaneously. I'm like, screw it. Why didn't I just put the two together? Right. And that's kind of how I gave birth to comedic health coaching.
So, Susan,
well, go ahead.
Oh no! Now in the quarantine, I heard that you're walking a lot. I've heard that you've been described as the Forrest Gump of your neighborhood.
Yes.
Walking so much. So are you still doing that?
Yeah, I walk a lot. I do.
Running down the street screaming Jenny over and over again.
While I'm eating chocolates, Do it all. Yeah.
That's the only way someone's calling me the Forrest Gump of my neighborhood. Jenny! Sorry, that came to my brain.
The older you get, right, you start to look at life a little bit differently, and I'm like, how do I preserve whatever it is that I have left, right? So I go out, not only am I wearing a mask, but I'm wearing shades, and I got the biggest mofo hat you can even, like, just, you know, I can't. I had a homeless person got right up in my face and said, "Get the fuck out of my way, you freak!" Like, he's calling me a freak. Jeez. I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, so I walk with all that on and just try to protect myself from the
He
sun.
must really hate hats. Wow.
Right?
Yeah. I was trying not to take that too personal. So.
Now he might be saying freak in a different way, just has the wrong inflection on it. So
Yeah, we all, well, he better change up his act a little bit, because that would have been kind of nice if he were like, "Hey, you freak." Yeah. No, it's not like that at all.
That's what he meant. He just has a disorder where it comes out horribly. Like, "Hey, you freak! Why doesn't anyone love me?" No.
As a comedic health coach, like, what are you saying to any of your clients as we made it out of Thanksgiving, probably the first whole meal everybody's had in months, and now we're headed into the holidays. Like, what are you saying to your clients about, eating during the holidays and all of that good stuff?
You know what I say? Listen, you got to eat. I'm a big proponent of eating what you want when you want, and just you just have to know when to stop. And I know that that's the hardest part for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
it's so hard. My table, they're all gone.
Oh man. But I say, listen, don't stress over it. Don't fight it. Invite yourself. Give yourself permission to eat, because you're going to lose the battle anyhow, right? If you're sitting there at the buffet table of Thanksgiving or Christmas or Chanukah, and right? And you're looking at all those things that are like taboo, right? They're bad as far as the diet world is concerned, and you're like, damn, I really want to have that cheesecake, or I want to have that pecan pie, or I want to have 17 slices of frickin' pizza, but I know I can't. You know what? Screw it. If you say no to yourself, but you're like still looking at, you're going to end up having it. So just give yourself permission, eat the food, get over it, and just move forward, man. That's it. That's it.
When the brain says no and the heart says yes.
Yeah, I don't believe in dieting at all. I don't use a scale. I don't do any of those things at all. It's been a long time since I've gone on the scale. And I eat what I want when I want. I don't gain weight. And if I gain anything, it's a couple of pounds, you know what I'm saying? Like normal stuff, right? Other than that, man, I don't know. But I used to binge. I used to binge eat. Food was my poison. Food was my heroin. Yeah, big time.
How'd you transition? How'd you change? How'd you switch yourself out of that? Because you have a great attitude now.
Yeah, well, it took me a long time to actually do that, but I worked for Weight Watchers. And I was also a client of Weight Watchers, and I was going to Weight Watchers right at the time I became a coach. And when you become a coach, you learn about your own self. And all of a sudden, this light went on over my head, man. And if Weight Watchers, and I'm not putting Weight Watchers down, it was probably one of the most successful programs out there, outside of what I do. And if Weight Watchers, you count points. So if you eat something, it's worth X amount of points. So you deduct that off of your all-day tally. So I'm sitting there one day and I'm thinking to myself, man, I really want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich my way. Not like a thin schmear. I'm telling you, just stick my hand in there and eat them. I want.
Wait, that's a lot of peanut butter.
I can do a lot of damage with an index finger. All right, figure around there.
It sounds like a threat.
It was to the peanut butter. But I thought to myself, you know what? If I eat the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I want, it's going to blow the whole entire load of points that I have. And it just it didn't make any sense now to be like, I want to eat what I want. I have 9 points. What can I eat? I'll have some broccoli and chicken breast. yeah, that's not going to last. That's not I won't be able to sustain that lifestyle. So that was kind of the beginning of this huge transformation, like huge. And you want to know something? Those freaking traits were in all areas of my life, Lindsay. All areas. Like those things kind of showed up. So once I started doing work in one area, oh man, shit just started to get real in all the areas. It's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. And I have to say, doing comedy, a big help because it helped me with a lot of personal things and just building my confidence and all that other blah, 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 blah stuff.
Yeah. You have to talk at people. It's hard.
So when you get a new client, Suze, what's the first thing you do with like your new clients? How do you onboard or bring them into your fold? Like, what's the first thing you do?
When you said fold, I was thinking about the fold I have on the side here that you can't see because well, I give anybody and everybody who wants, I do like a complimentary discovery session. That way I get to see where you're at, what you want, what your goals are and stuff, where you're stuck, right? Where you're stuck. And then from there I go, I have a 12-week program that I do with people. And it's literally, it's a different way of approaching. I don't give diets. I don't tell you what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. It's a completely different, slower method, but man, this stuff is seriously, works well. It's pretty cool.
Ronnie had a question for you, Susan. What are your thoughts on the keto diet?
My thoughts on the keto diet, and I'm not a nutritionist, right? I'm not a nutritionist. If the keto is like when you don't do the you get rid of a lot of the carbohydrates, right? That's
right.
It's hell.
And so, carbohydrates are part of are a macronutrient, and you need that. You need a macro. For me, if I get rid of my carbohydrates, I don't feel great from it. I feel like we need to be well balanced. My brother's doing the keto, lost a crap load of weight, but he's trying to edge his way back into like normal eating.
Right. I
say do any diet as long as you feel good, you're healthy, your body feels awesome. I mean, I can't, I would never preach to anybody about what they should or shouldn't do. One girl asked me once, she said, I'm kind of starving myself a little bit to lose weight and it's working, but I fainted. What do you think about that? I said, oh, that's a good plan. Oh, I think you should continue with that. Yeah. But so if you feel healthy, right, you feel good, and you're at a normal weight and there are no issues, move forward. But just you gotta just check yourself, man. That's it. Check yourself.
I did the low carb diet and I lost a lot of weight when I was on the low carb diet. I was supposed to be on it.
Yeah.
But the basement just kept filling with the bodies of my enemies as I was angrier and angrier as time went on.
Okay. And so Nick says he's been on since October and he feels better but hasn't dropped a large arming of weight. I'm not a nutritionist either, but I just know that it's based on getting your body in ketosis. I know that it's based on then operating, it grinds down then on the fat, and you're eating the good fats along, that's what you got to up in your life, the good fat, the avocado, the, coconut oil, all that kind of stuff. But I think
avocado is a perfect example of how life's trying to screw you, though, because it's really good for you and it's really hard to get a good one. Like it's difficult to find one that's just ready when you open it. Every once in a while you do and you go, oh, this is a magical day. The avocado is good.
I take pictures of mine. But I was just going to say, I think Nick, to your question, all I was going to say was that I think the barometers that Suze gave are really great. I think with keto, my observation of it is really to pay it, like is to find like a good guide on it to make sure that you're kind of in line with any type of good guidelines on it. I mean, I certainly, again, I'm not a nutritionist either. I've considered it heavily. I haven't done it because I feel like I metabolize rather high, and I don't feel really good if I don't eat any carbs. Because I've tried to kind of, I did the whole 30 last September, and it's not ketosis, but it brings you pretty close because there again, it's a no carb situation. There's no beans, there's no baked goods, there's no bread, but it's a lot of protein. And I actually did okay with it. I'm trying to remember what was my saving grace. I don't even remember because I made it the whole 30 days. I did everything that they, that it wanted. And I actually felt pretty good. But somewhere in there, there's a little bit more. I have more leeway in the whole 30. Oh, in the whole 30 world, that's the leeway. Red potatoes. And they just recently added white potatoes, but red potatoes.
Here's my thought for myself. I don't want to get rid of any food group for the sake of losing weight. I don't want to get rid of anything that I enjoy, something that I've been using or eating my entire life. And literally like you said, you feel stronger when you have the carbohydrate in there. Like I have figured out a diet for me, which might not work for anybody else, but I have a really cool way of finding like the perfect diet for my clients. So what I eat, like when I eat breakfast, it is powerful, man. It's powerhouse. I can go 4 hours without thinking like, damn, I need some food. I need some food right now. Right. So, and I used to live my life where I'd be like, I just eat all day. I was never, so, but that's
quarantine.
My whole life was a quarantine.
Snacks.
At a certain weight, it becomes that way, without a crane.
Yeah. A crane. That's funny as hell. But yeah, that's kind of how I believe. That's kind of what I believe in is I don't want to sacrifice the things that I like in order to have something else. It just doesn't make sense to me to do that. Yeah. And then when you lose the weight, then what happens? How do you maintain the lifestyle, right? How do you do that?
It was tough because without carbs, I did get angrier.
Yeah.
And but the other thing is, and this is probably classy conversation, the bathroom made me feel 20 years older, shall I say, when you don't have carbs.
Listen,
was that the classy way to say it?
Yeah, that was classy. Just barely.
Dana approves.
I'm not going to add much to that, but yeah, that is. That is big time. So who was the guy that asked the question? Was his name Nick?
Nick.
Oh. Hey, so for anybody that wants to do a complimentary discovery from this show, I'm down with that for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Look, she's got Facebook and Instagram stuff there. You could contact her and do things. You talk to her. She's fun to talk to too.
Definitely.
Yeah, she'll just let you talk for 3 hours at a time. Go ahead and try. I'm just kidding.
I think Lindsay, you were about to say, Lindsay.
I tried the Atkins diet for like less than 2 weeks, and I ended up physically attacking a grapefruit. I just took it with my bare hands and I tore it apart in half and shoved it into my face. I had like grapefruit thing. It's a dangerous diet. I hear you with the anger, man. I hear you with the anger.
While you're like, crouched like Gollum on your kitchen counter. In
the light of the fridge in the dark.
Precious.
I get grapefruit. It's so good.
That's hilarious. Wow.
Oh no, that's my wife and I. We went on a nothing but a vegetable juice diet, like a thing, and we went on for I don't even remember how long. I know it was more than 5 months for sure. I'm gonna say maybe 6 or 7 months, and then we broke when we were in Vegas for like 3 or 4 days. I don't know if we got there with record heat or what, but it was so bad, and there wasn't enough places we could haul our juice machine. to do the damn juice, right? So we found one spot, but it ended up being out of the way because there wasn't any other spots in Vegas that were going to do what we needed for our diet. So I remember the exact thing that broke the diet. We're walking, I think it was either Planet Hollywood, and they had the Earl of Sandwich, and we're walking by it, and I swear to you, somebody got a turkey bacon avocado because that's what it smelled like. And we walked by, and it's been like at least a half a year, and I didn't have nothing but vegetable juice. And we're walking by, And she's like, "Do you smell that?" And I'm like, "No." Yeah. She's like, "What do you want to do?" You know, and I was like, "I want that turkey sandwich."
That's a
You
funny.
know?
So
Oh, if the Earl of Sandwich, it's royalty. What are you going to do? Say no to royalty, right?
that's a great name. Lauren is ratting you out though. She's saying 3 months, and I was sitting here
I thought it
going,
was longer.
and I was sitting here like 5 to 6 months. Like I don't even see how you're alive right now. Like
Oh, never mind then. Okay, I'm wrong.
What did
Felt
you do
like
with
6
the
months.
juicer? What did you do with the juicer? Did you drop it from the top of a casino?
No. No, we still have it. We still have it. We just need to get back into. We've been trying to get back into maybe alternating a meal and maybe replacing one with just that. Or
Did it feel good?
oh man, the kind of I won't repeat what Dan said, but that section of it was like the best.
Really? Because I would think that it would make you feel 40 years younger.
No, well, I will say this: I had a lot more energy. I didn't have any mood swings. When I exercised,
Yeah, no energy.
no, I had a lot of energy. My recovery was good. The part where we stopped was because when we were in Vegas, I couldn't have anything long enough or big enough to hold all the amount of vegetable juice I needed to consume while it was like 120 or 130 or whatever it was. So hot.
See, that's another way life is trying to screw with you. Is all the good stuff takes up more space and is more expensive, and then there's a 99-cent cheeseburger right over there.
But it's
right over here.
It's one of those though. If you do it, you want to do research and all that stuff, because the guy that we saw, he was in a documentary called "What Is It? Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dying."
Right.
He had what was it? He was obese. He had diabetes and something else, and so he was getting I don't know, it was every 2 or 3 weeks he was getting blood tests because he had to still take the obese medication. Not obese, excuse me, diabetes.
Wait, medication to make you obese? Because medication make you obese?
Sorry.
That's a horrible thing to get.
Not a joke.
We don't need that.
Yeah, I messed up. But he had his.
Why do I keep taking these? My doctor's an asshole.
No, but he had to keep taking the diabetes medication.
Medicine.
And then eventually
Diabetes.
through diabetes, through actual blood test, exercise, and properly working with an actual physician, he was able to get off of that medication. But it takes a long time if you're trying to do what he did. And I don't recommend doing it unless you see a physician to get blood work and properly get tested to do something that drastic if you're already in that zone. Is what I'm saying. If you're in the diabetes lane, yeah, you need to get help with trying to wean yourself off. Don't just do the juice and
right. And I'll say this again, not a nutritionist. Everybody's responsible for their own well-being. But when you do, that was one of the reasons that the Whole30 got to be so popular, because people were coming, they were being able to reduce blood pressure medicines and diabetes medicine. I would imagine, to your point though, if you go from like solid food to only juicing, that would definitely require your physician's very, very close support. But with the Whole30, because you are still allowed to eat very much, it was just the big thing about the Whole30, which I recommend highly to anybody, because there's the guides and the cookbooks are so great, is it's really just about making sure that nothing enters your body that is kind of man-made, meaning that you're making your own ketchup because you're not trying to deal with any of the sugar or sugars that they put in there. You're making your own barbecue sauce. All your vegetables are fresh. Everything that you want to do farm to table. And they let you know, like if you're buying almond milk or whatever, then make sure that these are the ones that are approved. These are the ones that are not, because there's some of the Khalifa, which is the high end. Some of those have sugar, you have to whatever. So I think if there's anybody on here even dealing with, if anybody's in here dealing with diabetes, I don't really think that the road to become healthy, depending on where you are in your fight, is as distant as one may think. But I think it depends on the level to which you're going to make these changes. And a juice change to a normal diet is admittedly, it's a huge change compared to, at least with the Whole30. You still have your complex carbohydrates. You don't have rice. You don't have bread, but you've got potatoes. And then you pretty much, because you can still, like on the Whole30, not that I'm a salesperson, but if they want to sponsor us, I want more books and more stuff. You've got pretty much everything as long as it's clean. The biggest thing with them is, with that program and those books, is that things be clean, that, you're doing as much organic and natural and cage free and all the, these other pieces, and that you're staying as far away from our manufactured corn syrupy you know, even only in America when something says natural flavors are natural flavors man-made. Like I didn't know that until this year, that when you see on a package and something says natural flavors, those are man-made. They are not natural.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, they're very tricky with that wording. You got to be careful.
Oh, very tricky. The bigger that paragraph, the bigger is,
Right.
And they found scientific research. This is not my research, but scientific research that a lot of those natural flavors, what is it, like red dye 1 and blue dye 5 and all that, actually are really bad. Not only really bad for your body because they can't break it down or process it, but it can stimulate growth if you have tumors. If you have tumors, those types of things are very, very bad.
And Stefan, I wasn't even really referring to like the red dye, whatever, because those are fake. But like literally, I didn't know that if you're reading a package in the ingredient list and it uses the 2 words natural flavors, those are not natural. Like they're made. I was like, what the fuck do you mean that natural flavors are not natural? But like if they're in an ingredient list like that,
naturally made in a lab.
Right, naturally made in a lab. Like I did not know that.
And here's a thought for you, right? Here's a thought. It's a big percentage of being healthy, right, is what we eat. But what's even more important is not what we eat, it's who we're being when we eat.
Very powerful. Part of the program. Tell us more, Zeus. Tell us more.
Well, yes. You got to come have a discovery session if you want to know more. But I will say this about that. You could be eating, because a lot of people say, I eat healthy, I have all healthy foods, I can't lose weight. And after you start talking to people, you see how stressed they are. They're in their life, they're just very, very, very stressed. So you could be eating this very healthy, well-balanced meal, but you're eating it and you're numbing out. You're thinking about the kids. You're thinking about the crappy boss. You're thinking about my life sucks. You're thinking about that you got cheated on. You're thinking about all these things while you're eating. And you want to hear this? The one of the best ways to lose weight is to learn how to relax. And there's so much to that, but it is the basis for a lot of because when you can relax and you can be in a not in a stress mode, but you're in relax mode, that's when we make the best decisions in our life, whether it's food, whether it's finances, whether it's health, career, relationships. That's when we make the best decisions. But when we're in stress mode, our eating kind of sucks. We might spend too much or not spend enough. We might be like, I find that person very attractive, but they're really not good for me, but I'm going to go for it anyhow. But yeah, so there's a lot to it. Anyhow, listen, enough of this healthy crap, right?
Well, it is funny that you mentioned when you're not in stress, you make better decisions. A comedian some people know called Joe Rogan, he had this theory that if you had a son, you should teach him to manually evacuate before making large decisions in his life.
Oh God!
So that he would be his most relaxed.
Well, I know.
Like, should I get married?
Oh boy.
Maybe not. Should I buy that car? Oh, nope. It was just that guy talking. Damn.
Well, I would say with anything, if you gotta, use the laboratory or the bathroom, you should definitely do that before you make any decisions. Most definitely.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
Oh yeah, but they do say that if you, where I was listening to what Susan was saying as well, and it's something that I learned as well. When you're stressed out and you're worried and you're dieting, even if you're eating healthy, you got to remember that a stressed body creates what is it, cortisol? Yeah. So you're not helping yourself right there. You might as well just do the time, even if it's light weights, walking and eating right. Find a way to be happy while you're doing it, so you don't help create, more of the bad stuff.
That's right. And then there's the whole thing about being addicted to carbohydrates and sugar and all that stuff. I mean, that in of itself is like its own animal. It's amazing. All the things that are related to that and why we do it and why we can't, a love-hate relationship with, with sugar, And
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting. But once you get a handle on it, from me, then your life is good.
Yeah, from her.
That's right.
You better do it now.
I put up a couple of things, you guys. Just great things that Sue says. They're in the chat. Like, who are you while you're eating? And being relaxed is still the best way to lose weight. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, how does that connect to your comedy? How, because you said that you found them kind of working together.
They really do work together. You know what? That's such a great question. I'm not really sure how they work together, to be honest. I know why I put them together. Is that what you mean? Like,
yes.
Yeah, like, what is it?
Well, I mean, I can't not be funny. Is that like, so when I have a client, you know, I'm not a hard ass, but we'll get the job done. But there's a lot of laughing that is involved with this, laughing with everything I do. Like, I could never not be funny or say something sarcastic. So I thought, you know, what the hell? That's a part of my personality. I have to do it while I'm coaching people because I'm not a stuffy person. Is that what you mean? Like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I can't just be all like prim and proper and have this halo over my head. I like to eat food. I like to drink alcohol. I like to swear. I like to, you know, be funny. And I'm very passionate about health and wellness, but I'm mostly passionate is about being empowering and helping others. That is the big deal for me. Yeah, that is really like unbelievable, man. You know, so that's the biggest and the best rush of it all. And, you know, and that's it. I feel like everyone's looking at me right now.
No, such powerful. No,
Yeah.
such powerful words.
Really, it is. And I'm very I'm pretty blessed. I came from two really funny, charismatic parents, you know, and so my entire life was all about joking. Very athletic parents, and so there was a lot of sports. But then, you know, other family dynamics kind of played a part, and I went a little crazy about body image and self-image and stuff. And so I kind of departed from the health and wellness piece. I didn't know whether I wanted to be a pothead or be a jock in school. So I actually tried to do both, right? Like,
yeah, go rock climbing. You're a pothead jock.
No, I remember. That's right. I remember smoking weed and then playing softball and man, my mouth was dry. Holy shit, that was unbelievable. But the more I kind of maneuver, I knew that being athletic and being healthy was the route I wanted to take, and so I did my experimenting. I smoked weed, I drank, I tried cocaine, I did it all. I did it all in a very short period of time. And then I snapped the hell out of it, man. I'm like, you know, and then I, you know, kind of went back and forth with losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, back and forth, back and forth. I did the Atkins diet. I did every diet known to man. I did taking speed, right? Dextrine. I think that's what they called it.
It was Dextrine. Yeah.
I didn't. Not only did I not eat, I didn't sleep for 2 days. I'm like, screw that. I cannot do that. And that was miserable. And funny, I used to binge eat, right? Like, I would be so frustrated and pissed off at the world. I would go to the nearest store, right? The nearest supermarket. But on my way there, I'd stop at like Mickey D's and grab a big sloppy hamburger with some special sauce. And I would chow that down before I get to the supermarket. When I got there, it would be potato chips, ice cream, maybe a pizza, you know, something that I could cook on the stove, in the microwave, and the oven all at the same time, and just keep it coming, keep it coming.
Crisco with sprinkles.
Yeah, anything I could. And then after the last bite would go down, it would be self-loathing. Like, you would hate yourself, right? So then I would be like, oh my God, I'm going to start a diet. So I'm like, right after that last bite, I'm like, I'm going on a diet. What do? I had an apple. That was like a beginning of a diet, like a half an hour later after eating all that crap. So I lived like that for a long time. And when I became a coach, stuff changed, man, big time. I mean, it changed. It changed before that, anyhow. But that was the frosting for me was becoming a coach.
How long have you been in this healthy living phase? Like, do you still eat junk, but you just eat it in moderation? You just listen to your body, or do you eat really clean stuff?
I have done so much work up here, like rewiring, right? Because that's kind of what it is. That when I look at a buffet, right, and this is such a great question. When I go to a buffet, and if I look at the mac and cheese, I'm thinking to myself, of course it's amazing. Of course it's going to be delicious. But how is it going to make me feel? So I weigh it out now. And how it makes me feel, which is kind of, right? Chances are it's going to push me towards food choices that I know I'm going to love, but they're going to be just so much lighter and make me feel so much better long term.
Yeah. Like, what do you get at the buffet?
Oh man! Well, first of all, I don't go to a buffet because I unless I'm high, I don't go to a buffet. Which I don't even get high anymore because, first of all, I hate being paranoid, and I would eat like an animal.
You go to a buffet. You go to a buffet.
If I went to a buffet, right.
I just saying, but
that's hilarious. But I eat all different things. I eat everything and anything I want. Like I have pizza once a week. I eat, I have fish. I do salads. I have steak. I'm well-rounded, man. I drink martinis. I'll have wine. I love sucking down some brewskis.
Lutefisk?
What's it called?
Lutefisk from Finland?
Oh,
is that a beer or a wine?
No, it's fermented basking shark.
Oh, wow!
I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah, it's a delicacy there apparently, but it's supposed to be one of the most foul things ever to eat in the world. So when you said everything, I haven't met anyone who's actually eaten lutefisk. I was getting my hopes up.
Oh my goodness! And so we're gonna have to have you back. Like, this is the conversation that keeps on giving. You are it's like you stored up what you needed to do for 35 years, and now it's just an explosion of Suze Wolfe in the comedy, right? In the comedy world and in the health coaching world. So we're gonna have you back. We have another amazing guest as well that we're so excited to have. But we just want to thank you, Suze, and you guys.
Thank you.
You guys
throw up her social media.
It's coming now. Yeah. So her social media, you guys, is up. Anybody, not Ronnie, who was that? Nick, who asked about the keto, and also being disturbed about beaver butt glands in Ben and Jerry's. That was Nick. And missing tacos and potatoes. So Nick, I'm sure that the keto diet is going reasonably well, but you may want to do a discovery session with Suze, especially since the first, is free as a result of being a guest. She's a guest on our show and you're a listener. So there's some synergy there. And anybody else, let Suze know that you were on here with her tonight and get your check out, get a discovery session. Cause I've had one and they're fantastic. Let me just say this, that even if you have a pause as to when you jump into service with her, her discovery sessions are amazing. And if there's any way to help you pivot and to begin to think about how you want to make improvements. And like she said, it's more than just diet. She's definitely got the discovery session for you.
Thank you. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm totally open. Yeah. So thank you for having me. This was awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right. And we will see you on our comedy travel soon.
See you out in the universe.
Wait, Suze, before you go, where can we see you next doing comedy? What's your next show? What you got next?
I have been laying sort of low, but I do have. Oh, wait a minute! I have something coming up with Lindsay. But that's like, is it right with Lindsay? Is it? Oh yeah.
Am I doing the New York Underground?
New York Underground?
No, Giggles for Georgia.
Oh yes, of course. And Dana will be on it as well next week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we'll plug the more of that show. So, Suze, you're on week 2 or week 3?
Week 3?
The 20th, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So, amen. All right. So,
Giggles for Georgia.
Giggles for Georgia. We'll talk about it. Anything else for you, Suze? Anything else?
No, as far as performing, no. I'm, no. That's it.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm open if anybody wants to hire me. I work for nothing as a comic.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Don't we all?
All
I
right.
know.
Suze.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Susan. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All great.
Eric.
Yes, that was. Thank you very much, Susan. That
Woo!
was awesome.
This is
Thank you.
inspiring.
Mhm.
That was awesome.
And
All
I'm
right.
over here just sitting fat and regretful. Oh, but you know, it goes away.
Mhm.
It goes away. Okay.
Melts away with another point. Yes, it does. Okay.
So we have another great guest coming, right, you guys? We're so
Yes,
excited.
we do. Yes, we have.
I'm excited. He's got another late night comedy show. We've got a great host and a great host and a great comedian in his own right. Also coming off of his Boston Comedy Festival set today. I think he made semifinals as well. But he'll tell us more. What else we got on him, you guys? What else we know about him?
He's funny.
He does.
The comedian?
He does
Yes.
a metal character.
Yes.
Metal character named Urban.
A metal
very good.
character. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So-
And he used to work with pit bosses.
So coming to the stage, we have a 2020 Boston Comedy Festival selection and semifinalist. We have an amazing comic podcaster. Another late night show. Let's welcome to the broadcast, Mike Perkins.
Yeah.
Mike.
Oh, he's a circle. He's darkness. He's there.
Woo! Mike, you look exactly
am I
like
coming
your
in? Am I
Instagram
here?
right now. There you are. You look exactly
You're
like
here.
your Instagram. Like just your head tilt and everything is
Oh,
exactly the
so
frame of
much.
your Instagram. You are.
I try to stay on brand. You know what I mean? It's all about. My agent tells me to change my headshots all the time, but I'm like, I look the same. Can I just say 500?
No matter.
You know what I mean? Can we do that? I gotta say that whole interview with Suze, I was eating chips, and these are organic. I don't know, they're hard.
They are
organic.
And so was I. Very good for you on the organic. Very good.
I
Sunday.
was drinking beer.
Mine are gluten free. They are corn chips, but they are gluten free.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes.
Yes,
Welcome.
thank you for
Welcome.
hanging out with us.
So, what is your favorite type of chip?
See, that's what it's all about. I'm Doritos kind of guy, you know, but I ate to them during quarantine, and that's why I'm glad we're waist up right now. You know, I'm rocking
Yes. I'm a Doritos guy too. You Cool Ranching it?
Am I on right? Okay.
Yeah, you are. You're chopping up a little bit though, Mike.
I'm always I like Cool Ranch. I'm a spicy nacho kind of guy. I am StreamYard, I swear. You were talking. My phone. If you see me in the back, and I was in the back room, I guess was it the backstage. I kept my internet up every 5 seconds, so I have it like hooked up. Like I'm like I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. And just every once in a while it gets a jump, but let's keep going.
Okay.
Let's see what happens here. We're gonna get some spontaneity here, and then we're gonna go.
Rock and roll,
What?
baby.
I'm gonna blame Spectrum. I'm gonna blame Spectrum on this one.
Blame them, and they are to blame. Now, Mike, let's just jump right in. How did you get into comedy? Like, how long have you been doing stand-up? Uh-oh.
He's counting.
So I've been doing it. Do we count 2020? Does it count as a year? I've been doing it almost 7 years. I did my first I did my first open mic back in like 2010.
Okay.
And then I didn't do it. I just tried that video for like 2 years and was like, I fucking did it. Check it out. You know. That's how I got my dates back in Jersey. You know, they're like, you're so funny for that 5 minutes you did. You know.
Hey, come back to my place and I'll show you another funny 5 minutes.
Oh my.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How long were you in? Give or take. And then how long before you came? Are you in LA or are you still in Jersey?
No, so I live in LA. I've been out here for 6 years.
Oh, okay. So you came
Oh,
pretty okay.
No, almost 7 now because I started doing comedy. Like I did some open mics where I moved from Jersey to LA. And then I've been here 7 years. So kind of the 7-year itch, if you will.
If you will.
In the comedy game. So
that usually means you're looking for somewhere else.
I can't hear anybody.
Oh no.
I can't hear. I hear like a little bit. I'm like, this is like how I used to talk with my ex because she didn't listen to me at all.
Well, don't worry. If you need some headshots, we're getting some great face freezes every now and then. We can send to your manager.
Yeah, if you need those. Tell us about your another late night talk show. I can't talk. Tell us about your podcast. Or is it a show or is it a podcast? Tell us.
It's okay. It's all coming to pieces to me anyway, so you guys can say whatever you want. It's just gonna come to me. I feel like this is how. All right. So another late show tonight. It was kind of. I've been producing shows for about 5 years. I guess I used to produce shows at Flappers, in this place called the Clubhouse. I do improv too. I graduated from UCB. And so I thought of this idea, and I just wanted my own talk show. So another late show tonight is like it's named after like every other talk show because it's just another late show tonight. So like the Tonight Show, the late show, everything. And we have like characters come on, and I do a monologue up top. And then so everything. I know we just have we show videos, we do sketches. It's a big like spectacle every month. That we do, and it kind of made me. I always want to be like a host, like a late show host and stuff, and kind of be a monologue writer. So pushing every month to do that. So
very nice. I'm currently a student at UCB, so I feel you. So you went through the whole program. Great place. I'm putting it in the chat so everybody knows how to find you. Another late night show. Another late night talk show.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
You also find it by looking up Mike Perkins. So you look up Mike Perkins comedy, and it's right there.
And so we have all the social media. Speaking of which, right here at the bottom. So Instagram. So you have website, Instagram, and Facebook. There it is. Quick question. So do you have like a staff of writers that you work with, like kind of a posse that you roll with, or do you? Okay. Tell us how you built your posse. Tell us how you built your writers room.
A really good comedian. So it started with. We've been doing it for about 1.5 years now. So what it was just me and my buddy Paul Brodo in the beginning. And he's like my Higgins. So like he kind of like does like sound effects on the side and kind of like does the intro videos and stuff with me. And we grew up together. We've been friends for like 17 years, like that. You know what I mean? Not to say my age, I'm 22. So I'm just kidding. I'm not. Just turned 34. Feeling it. But I'm eating organic. You know what I mean? Eating organic.
Yeah, that takes years off.
But so we started with that, and it kind of like took the way the show took it, like went to the next level. Was we were doing it at this place called LA Connection. And cool, we had a special guest. We were doing the characters and all that. But my really like some of my best friends, the show with Adam and Sean. They I don't know if you ever heard them. They're musical comedians. They're amazing. They're like it's an HD, you know.
Okay.
And they run a place called Loft Ensemble, and we moved the show over to there, and they became the house band. So that house band, when comedians come up, then they're just like, give it up for, like Stephen Bowen, or whatever. So it's like a whole spectacle now. It really took this show to a whole nother level.
Nice.
And as for writing monologue jokes, I kind of just come up with them once a month myself. Really amazing comedian Mandy Martino. She's a great writer too. She always throws me joke ideas. And I use them on the show. She's been a bunch of characters on the show. She's actually Raven when I do Carbon and Raven. So for the metal
characters, yeah.
So if you because you spent time, so you're a comic, but you also spent time booking comics at Flappers. Like, what would you say to support comedians like who are starting out and want to get on the road? What do you say to them?
Like when I do road gigs, you mean?
No, like well, we want to hear that part too. Well, I was just saying that since you were a booker, which meant that you booked say to comics,
or what were any tips that you might have?
Yeah, starting out and trying to get booked at Flappers or anywhere.
How do we get gigs, yo?
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I was the booker. I mean, I booked my own shows. I was also the booker. I was the you're on it, baby. But I can't hear anyone. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I've been there. I've been where you are. I've been where you are.
I'm like so like out of my element right now because I'm like I see myself freezing on the screen.
Oh,
and I'm like, what is like? It's just like this is like, oh Jesus.
It does. I was in a situation like this. They were like, keep going. Sorry.
We were just asking if you had any tips or advice.
I kind of crack up every time. I kind of can't hear anybody.
Sorry. We were just asking if you had any advice or tips for people.
You should have a good get better Wi-Fi is my first advice for everyone. But my iPhone 10 isn't connecting good to stream. So like if you have good Wi-Fi, you're gonna get booked no matter what. Basically. So like, hey, I'm a comedian from originally from Boston. I have great Wi-Fi, and I'll be like, what do you have, Spectrum? And they're like, no, I have AT&T Uverse, and I'm like, you're booked, baby. I'll say that. But for the booking, yeah, I mean, it's real. Like I was the booker at Flappers for a couple months, also a couple years ago, and it's weird. Like I always wondered, like, man, no one's getting back to me, or like, why am I not getting booked or whatever? And it's like, it's because when you're booking a show, you have so many people in your mind that the people that are close to you, you're obviously going to book them, or the people that are kind of like reaching out. It's better to reach out. Like they keep saying, like, be the squeaky wheel, of it all, because like, I mean, when I was at Flappers, there was 4,000 comedians in the database, so it's like you're not going to remember every person, but like Lindsay, if you come up to me and I'm going to be like, oh shit, Lindsay, I've seen you forever, let me give you a spot, or whatever. Like it's more of like those kind of things, like get out there. And I always love, like, if I want to be on a show, I go to that show first and I support it, introduce myself to that person. Because that's what we love, is to support each other. I'm a very firm believer behind that in comedy. I don't think a lot of people do it. I think you have to support each other. And also, if you could support me in getting me new Wi-Fi, that'd be great too.
We will start a GoFundMe.
Yes.
Help MPs download speed.
Thank you. Or just I'm gonna contact Spectrum tomorrow and be like, listen, you ruined my career.
I was on a show with 10 viewers and none of them could hear me. No. What? I'm just doing a self burn. Everyone's quiet now. Damn. All right.
So, Mike, where do your characters come from? How do you develop your characters? Like, I was watching your dashboard confessions and the metal characters. Where did they come from, for example?
Oh,
It's happening.
Thank you. I was so Mandy, you want to come out here real quick? What was so amazing was that Chris Cabrera from Dashboard Confessional actually said that he loved it. Here's Raven right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
This reception is horrible.
Mike, are you? Mike,
it's more of a.
Mike, quick question for you. Let me interrupt you.
It's more of just like a.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was trying to
Sorry,
see.
yeah.
No. I was trying to.
Right
No. And it's always delayed. I apologize. Are you by chance on? Are you on Safari on your phone? Let's see.
I'm on my phone. Yeah, I'm on Safari right now on my phone.
Okay, and so Safari and StreamYard are not compatible. Like it's not your Wi-Fi. It's the compatibility of Safari and StreamYard that's got you hung up. And so if you like, I'm just trying to be, because this is a great interview and we want it to be great, and we don't want Safari.
Can I ask you this question?
Yes.
How do you delete an email that you sent to an hour
ago?
How do you delete an email
Just
that you sent where? Oh.
By sending a big enough.
Bad joke. I'm glad.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I was just gonna say, if you two things you can try. If you if you have the Chrome browser on your phone, then try to see if you can come back. If you want to do this, this is an option. It's an option. Come in through Chrome on your phone, because all of the trouble you're having is Safari. It is not Spectrum. It's Safari.
ET Chrome phone.
And so Chrome is the browser. So if you
Chrome on your phone,
yes.
ET Chrome phone.
Yes,
let me try to do that. Actually, here I'll do it on my.
Or if do you have another device you want to try it on?
Could you take Chrome home?
Yeah, there's definitely a delay.
I'll try to download Google Chrome on that.
Right, and then if you come in through Chrome, I promise you, we will make up for lost time because it'll be better.
Oh yeah, baby.
Google Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's right. ET phone.
Because you have some of the greatest hair, and we want people to see that great hair that you have.
I'm
Stefan, did you
right now?
Okay, all right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Because I can hear it's so funny, the delay. Like, are you like? Did you? Okay. And speaking of which, have you guys seen that it's in the news that George Clooney does his hair with a oh my God, what was it? Like it's this weird thing he does. Say that again.
Butter.
No, no. It's a George. Let me see. It was in my Google feed for a couple of days. I don't know why. And his hair. It's a flow bee. It's like the
vacuum.
Yes. Yes, he does his hair with a flow bee.
How does he do it so straight when he's a bobblehead?
Right. But anyway, they actually, so now there's been video up showing him, because he does not, like when he's on set, he does his own hair himself. Like when he's in movies, he does his hair with flow bee, and they have footage of him using the flow bee and on when he's working on films and stuff. So I guess we'll just, we're trusting that Mike, I think Mike's gonna have better
hair.
I guess so. Like I don't know what it is. Like when I saw the picture. Thank you, Sue. Sue's still in here. Thank you, Sue. She said the flow bee. Let's see. And all right.
How you doing, Mike?
That's kind of like Wayne's World. In Wayne's World, Wayne goes over Garth, and they have a thing called the suck cut. He's all, boy, it really does suck and cut.
So, Mike, you look crisper. How are we doing?
I feel crisper. Let me just tell you.
Okay.
I downloaded I downloaded Google Chrome on my iPad, but it's saying to go to Safari.
Basically, that's how it gets away with saying "fuck you, buddy."
So what did you do? Because I think you're clear. Like, are you on the phone or what are you on now?
No,
it was for a second.
Okay. It seemed like you were coming in faster, man.
Yeah.
It's better. Somehow it's better. It's better.
Is somebody gaming?
Is it
in your house?
Okay. It's like comedy. It's like you start out, you're horrible, and then you come back in. And...
Yeah.
Can you see my hair though? You want? wanted to see my hair.
I shouldn't have done all those tsunami jokes at the end.
Is it Chrome or Safari?
Chrome or Safari.
No,
Like,
I'm still on Safari right now.
Okay.
You want me to try to phone?
Yeah, I think Chrome would really make it.
Yeah, like, but
every one of my stand-up sets go. Also, I just wanted.
Oh no. I was thinking that if you were on your phone and you got
let me try that.
Okay. So what's that?
That's called portrait mode.
Still,
no.
still choppy.
Oh no! And now you got some robot voice thing going on, and we think you sound like Stephen Hawking suddenly.
I am Optimus Prime.
I'm only going to be able to do that reference for a while. People are like, "How did that guy sound?"
Oh, I mean the hi everybody.
I'm going to unveil the secrets of the universe. Hey, by the way, Stefan, did you know that Conan used Google Chrome?
Is Arnold
really
aware
nerdy,
of this, though? Is Arnold
really
aware of this?
nerdy humor.
Is Arnold aware, though? That's what
I don't know.
Crom.
Okay, well, let's. Okay, so because we're having technical difficulties, I've actually started speeches like this in the bedroom. So,
oh Lord, honey, we're having technical difficulties.
I'm wondering, Dana, do you think while we're waiting to see if we could reconnect, would we like to go into what you were going to do, or should we go into the conversation?
We definitely I just want to keep like, so yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about this a little bit, you guys, as we wait for Mike to come on back. And so we got some stuff. Oh, there's Mike. There's Mike.
Oh, we got Mike.
We don't
got Mike. No. Back into the Starlock pit.
Oh, wait.
What
did he say?
I'm still on Safari.
Oh.
Safari. Is it better?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, what? Maybe. Let's see. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, there's still a delay, but it seems a little better. It doesn't seem like you're as stilted.
Delay test. When you hear this, say banana.
Banana.
Yay! Wow, that's like 4 seconds.
I downloaded.
That's another planet.
I downloaded. 4 second delay. Should I go to Google Chrome, my phone? I download on my phone too.
Yes.
You want me to do that?
Try Google Chrome. Yes. And we're still slotty, but you're our winner. So yes, go to Google Chrome. Like, go out and come through Chrome. I feel like the tech teacher. That's what I feel.
I work software test, but that just means I know how to test certain types of software. I don't know how to fix all your browser problems. Sorry, everyone.
I'm just saying, like with Susan, very surgical to get her sound better, and I think these processes are all very surgical. Like, just do this. Did you see that? Now do this. Do that. Now do this. Well, I was let's see. I think it's honestly more exciting to see if Mike's gonna make it more so than our topic.
Lauren said, LOL Dana.
I love that. I love Lauren, first of all. I cannot wait to listen all over. Well, what we can talk about, even though I have all these people and these ideas, the new stay-at-home orders. Like, I'm just learning. Like, I bought me and my son's tickets to travel like the week before Thanksgiving, before the new orders. And apparently we are going to have to get tested before we
can travel.
We can, no, not before we can go, but before we can come back.
Yeah, I've seen what they did in a video. They bring you to this gate where there's thousands of people lined up, and they slowly check everyone's eyes. And if they see the wrong thing, they shoot you on sight. But you have like this 80% chance of getting through.
What movie are we referencing here?
I was going to say,
is this Total Recall?
Like, I guess someone would argue that maybe I shouldn't have bought tickets, but I just, I didn't.
Oh, we didn't know there was another one coming.
Mhm.
Not 100% anyway.
Yeah.
Well, there was never really an end to the first wave. Like it's kind of like a wave that did this and then went, no fuckers, I'm not done.
Right. It kind of, it had its own. I don't know what to make of it all. It's all honestly, it's exhausting at this point, just trying to keep up with whatever we need to keep up with. To be honest.
Oh yeah, people just should have just wore the goddamn mask.
And we, I mean, we didn't. We didn't travel for Thanksgiving because I don't really like. I'm not driving much, but it's kind of annoying because I just feel like at this point, I've been somebody on the side of masking, staying at home, limiting. I've been on the side of all of that, and I'm like, let me go. Let us mask up for Christmas. All right, this is the exciting.
I usually mask up for Christmas,
guys,
so my neighbor.
Wait, hold on. Are you in Chrome?
Google. No, Google
She was telling me to hold on.
I love that.
No, yeah, okay, no. Are you in Chrome?
No, it wouldn't let me do it on my phone.
Oh.
It kept saying open Safari.
Yeah. Got it. So it's
I can hear you guys good right now.
Okay. All right. We can hear you good right now. It doesn't seem like you're.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in a big delay either. Say banana.
Yeah, I think it's a little better than before.
Yes.
Banana.
Say banana. Yes.
Oh, that was quicker.
There and we have gold.
Banana.
You know what?
Everybody loves a quick banana. A real quick banana when you're hungry. I wasn't talking about nothing else.
Call back to what Susan was talking about. I'm definitely going to stress eat after this interview.
You're gonna what?
He's gonna stress.
She's gonna stress eat.
Okay, more chips.
Those Oreos don't stand a chance.
More chips. It is organic. They are organic.
Yeah.
But no, I apologize for the StreamYard messing up on me. But Raven is here. You can see Raven.
You actually gave me an idea. I'm going to open a restaurant. We're going to say we have organic chili cheese fries. They're way better for you.
And Sue says, "Don't do it, Mike. She'll talk you off the ledge. She'll talk you off the ledge."
Put the Oreos down.
To go back to what I was saying 20 minutes ago, yeah, just be yourself too when you're be like nice to people. I think too when you're booking stuff. I know a lot of people. I don't like when I book someone. I mean, it's different. Like I booked this one female comic for, and then I'm not gonna. I don't want to say names, but like she came to my show and then like she wanted to go up right away because she had a spot like at the Improv and stuff. And I'm like I mean, it is a thing, but if you had that much of a big thing, don't like do my show then. You know what I mean? Give the spot to somebody else.
Right.
You don't like to say names, but you could have said, "Damn it, Kathy Griffin."
You know what I mean? And you meet people. Dana, I just seen you at. Dana, Kathy, I booked Kathy Griffin one time, and you didn't do my show. But Dana, I just seen you at the New York Underground. I was at that show last night with Vicky.
Oh.
I was watching, and you were great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Thank you.
Thing too, like if you're looking to do shows, I mean, support other people, and then you meet people that are awesome. And it's so weird that now we're doing this show together.
Right. Well, and here's the thing, man. We have been like, so this brings me to another question I wanted to ask you anyway. As someone who was doing comedy and live shows like before the pandemic, like has Zoom been a big adjustment for you? Because I'll say this before you answer. Like Lindsay and Stefan and Dan, like they can all tell you, a lot of us, like they all had whatever going before pandemic. I think Stefan and I are pretty much in the same boat. We kind of kicked off our careers maybe in the fall, but we kicked off doing shows in the pandemic. So I did get the chance to finally do a in-person live show back in November. But all of my work right now has been on Zoom, and we have had to figure out. Like it's easy for us to support one another. So we have all been going to each other's shows on Zoom because we're all stuck in the house. Has Zoom been a big transition for you as someone who was, doing the work in the streets before this?
Yeah, I think too, as like an up and coming, you guys are up and coming comedians. I think that's great to find a support group. You know what I mean? Me and Mandy have been close for years now. We just always refer each other to other shows and stuff, and it's great to have people surround yourself with people that have the same mindset as you, and support each other and like build each other up. Like, I mean, if it wasn't for Mandy, I wouldn't have started hanging out at the concert on Mondays. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that, like to be like you have that partner in crime,
Right.
And it's great. I mean, what's kind of like amazing about the future of it all is like I start seeing like I've been doing it 7 years now. I have so many friends that are like headlining and like getting TV shows and like all this stuff, and it's incredible. Like, you don't want to find yourself getting bitter, like, well, it's more like, holy shit, like, we're all doing this together. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you first start out, find people that you connect to and stay with them. It's a journey for all of us,
Right.
Connect with them stronger than my Wi-Fi, That's what I'm saying.
We're definitely hard in the paint as Zoom comics, because I feel like we are, I think a lot of us are feeling, I can't say everybody, but I know I feel the weight of wanting to prove myself when I'm able to get to a mic, this is one level. And then when I did do the live show, I was just like, I mean, it went well, but kind of, I feel like I'm coming off of like a bicycle with training wheels, trying to make sure I can hold it down on a bike, just without the training wheels or whatever. But this is all a blessing.
I remember those days. I wish Dad removed the basket and the little frilly things.
Yeah,
everyone could tell.
Oh, you had a girl bike?
With your show, what are the big things that you've had to do different doing it to?
I just. Sorry, cut it. As usual. What did you say?
I'm sorry. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I'm stepping on him. I'm horrible at this. And what are the differences between like doing your show pre-pandemic as opposed to what you have to do with your show now? Or was it always like a podcast, or was it?
Oh no, it was a live show. That was the whole spectacle of it. We just because of the pandemic, we just all four of us, me, Paul, Adam, and Sean, we decided to make it not make it. We do the live show on Zoom every month now too.
Okay.
But we decided to do a podcast also, just all four of us hanging out talking. Because we want another outlet to kind of. The people that do our live show, we want to bring them as a guest and get deeper into them in the podcast, because when you're on the show, like I have stand-ups, they do 7 minutes, and then we'll interview for the same amount of time, like 7 minutes. But with the podcast, it's, we can talk for an hour, about like, what's the best chip and like everything else, and whatever,
Do those super long soap commercials on YouTube piss you off also?
Show, and then once if they're all like, well, it depends on the commercial. I guess.
Damn soap.
Am I frozen again? I'm so sorry.
You were for a few seconds.
I hate myself right now.
No, don't hate yourself. But keep telling us. You were saying.
My brother told me to get a Samsung Galaxy.
Samsung Galaxy.
Someone have a dog?
Where's that dog? Where's that dog coming from? Because it sounds like it's that dog's
really hungry.
Or it's got a nice toy.
Or something else.
See, now my dog crying and messing up the stream even. Let's go play with Mandy. So, I forgot. I don't know what I was saying. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you were explaining.
My joke was that I should have got a Samsung Galaxy, like my brother said.
Before that, though, you were explaining about 7 minutes with the set and talking with your folks and on the podcast. You were telling us a little bit more about the podcast and its birth before we went to another conversation.
Oh yeah, so so yeah, I mean, basically what we do, like, we have this comedian. They do 7 minutes, and then I interview them for 7 minutes on the couch. So like the comic gets the couch, which is like the big thing of like, the Carson days. And I get to interview them and talk to them for a while. And we kind of do bits and whatnot. And then we have musical guests too. So I'll have a musical guest that's not even sometimes comedy related. They're just amazing musicians. That wasn't a cutout. That was me messing up the word musicians. But so then like they'll do, like, I had my buddy Ben Rawls do the show one time, and he's an incredible acoustic guitarist, and just like, it's just that I love pumping up other people are incredible too. So it's like I want to have them on the show and get to know them, and then kind of just have fun with it,
That's awesome. So you guys, for everybody that's in the chat, so on which platform, Mike, can they hear the podcast, and on which platform can they hear the show?
So we do the live show every month on Zoom, but I post all full shows on my YouTube. So if you go to Mike Perkins Comedy on YouTube, you can check out all the past shows we've done the past year or so, like even more than that. That was that far back. The podcast is everything. It's just called Another Podcast Tonight, or just type in Mike Perkins and it'll pop up.
Okay. Give us that YouTube channel again.
Check that out.
I think you said Mike Perkins Comedy
Productions.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you could just type in Mike Perkins Comedy.
Okay.
I put it in the comments.
Oh, okay. And I was trying to do it too. Okay. You guys, if us as panelists count the 4 seconds, we know with the answers coming. I was saying that seriously because we all keep stepping over each other. So I'm thinking I'm trying to help us not step on each other.
Mike, how is the diet in the space station?
Oh no.
It's been going a little better. I mean, the beginning of the pandemic, I was like eating I was making pizzas every night. You know what I mean? I'm an Italian guy. I'm just making pizzas and eating pasta, like out the crazy amount of it.
Well, of course.
So, but no, it's been going good. I mean, Suzanne's huh?
Oh, I said, of course, we have to eat lots of pizza during pandemic.
Yes, pizza is delicious.
You guys, like, so if we don't say anything while he's talking, then it won't cut up what he's saying. Because if we zing while he's talking, then it won't work. Because then he'll come back in it. So let's try to hold the zings until we hear the silence. Let's do that, you guys. That way,
I'm trying.
I know. So keep trying. Try harder. Spanx. Use Spanx right now. Because then it's just gonna cut up.
This is incredible. It does feel like I'm in the space station right
now.
It really does. I used to think space wasn't real, but it is. I'm here.
Oh no, 4 seconds. They're gonna cancel us.
Right, everybody feels like that. I know we're already at 10. We just had a couple more questions if you're here for it. So good question from Stacy, who was so generous as to bring us all together. What are your thoughts like on self-deprecating humor? Like, do you encourage it, like, or not?
I feel like if you're talking about yourself, I mean, you can make fun of yourself in dating and make fun of yourself and other stuff. But like, I personally hate when comedians go up and be like, "I'm so poor, I don't have no money," or whatever. It's like, we don't want to hear that. Tell us about the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You don't have to be self-deprecating in that way. Like. But it depends on the material too. If it's a funny joke, it's a funny joke. But if you're just being like, oh man, I don't know, anything that's like really self-deprecating that makes the audience feel bad they should feel bad for you in a funny way. They shouldn't feel bad for you like they got to give you $2 at the end of the show. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they don't. They don't want to do that, or like you're be like, yeah, it looks like I'm eating ramen noodles tonight, but you're like serious about it and like depressed about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a big. I'm a very positive comedian. So like for me, I was kind of. I mean, you just want to have fun up there. I mean, if you're self-deprecating in a fun way, do it, but don't like just be so hard on yourself, funny. And then like you're making the people up front feel bad for you. You know what I mean?
Right. So, and because I know we have to start wrapping up, but I do have a question for you. How important do you think like the study of comedy and the study of joke structure is to a comic's success?
I don't frown upon any type of class that you want to take. I think if you really want to do this, people that kind of like just be consistent and stick with it for the long run are the ones that are going to be successful. And it's the same thing as like actors, how they have acting workshops, like start a writer's room with your friend. I was saying me and Mandy write together, it's just like, it's kind of a thing where, just kind of, you can always better yourself. So why not take a class? I took like 3 classes this pandemic because why not? I'm doing nothing. I want to better myself, and you learn something. You learn something from every single class. I could learn something from someone that's a year in that I didn't even think of because like we were helping them get through that. And I'm like, you know what? I got to fix myself on that too. And it's always good to better yourself. Just do it, like. I'm all for, taking classes and workshops and stuff. I mean, don't get sucked into like, there's different ones though. You know what I mean? Don't get sucked into one that like, it's like 2 months long and then like it's a showcase, but you have to like, I don't know. I think take everything, but don't get like too wrapped in. Don't some guy like, just one person like $100 a month, you know what I mean, or something, you know what I mean. Make it work for you. I think Flappers is incredible. Flappers is one of the most, I mean, every one of their classes are great, and it's run by a guy, Paul Moonjean. I started with him in comedy, and now he's the dean of the university, which is amazing. And I think they're incredible with that, and they care about the people. If you take a class and you feel like the teacher is just there for the money, still take the class. You might learn something, but then don't go back to it.
Right. Well, no, thank you for that. Like, and to everybody who either will listen on demand, that's great advice. Because all of us in here are either in class or like right now, I'm in Sketch 201 online with UCB. I'm getting ready to do a level 1 with Flappers. I did, we're all the same. I mean, I like you. I think I've done 3 or 4 courses either on comedy or acting during pandemic. And I think everybody, Lindsay, what has your self-improvement regimen been like during?
I've taken so many classes. I feel like I'm back in school. Like I go to workshops constantly, and I totally agree with Mike that, just try everything, get in there, because when you find the thing that works for you, it will really work. And I've been to a lot of classes where, they were kind of good or whatever, but when you find that thing that really works, that's the person that you should stay studying with, and that whatever else you do and experiment, like I have like 2 teachers that I come back to constantly for everything. But I'll always be trying something new, but like you have that kind of base. I think it's really helpful.
Dan, Stefan, I know you guys both talk a lot about being in Bobby's classes, but I know, Stefan, you've been in a couple of classes. You've done maybe 2. Like I've heard you talk about we went to your showcase. Tell us a little bit about your self-improvement.
Well, through the pandemic, I took Bobby's class 2 more times for Dow comedy. And then I did Leslie Wolfe's class where I met Stacy, and that was really good. And then I also took Jerry Corley's class one time, and I got to study under Joe Dungan. And Jerry took over one class, and I learned a lot. It was really fun. And I'm gonna do Flappers with Paul, and I'm gonna do I know there's somebody else I'm interested in taking as well. I just want to build my Batman tool belt, my utility belt.
All right. And Dan, what about you? What's your self-improvement regimen in terms of comedy? Just in terms of comedy?
I think too.
Oh, well, my self-improvement regimen, I've been sitting in a shed naked listening to tapes of Norm Macdonald.
Got it. Mike, you were saying.
Oh, Lord.
You have to be naked in the shed.
I do want to say one thing, though, which is if you're just starting off in comedy, I think it's really valuable to just do it for a little while before you put yourself under somebody's teaching. Like Mike was saying, there's a lot of people out there that are, that you won't necessarily gel with, that have a different attitude. And when you're new, you can just listen to things too carefully. So like I did comedy for a year before taking a single class. I was doing shows and doing open mics and stuff. I looking back, I wouldn't have done it that long. I would have done it for maybe like a month or 2, but I think it's valuable to kind of know your own voice a little before you start listening to someone else's. There's some typing going on,
right? Mike, you're frozen, but you were about to say something a little while ago.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
No, I think that's the sound.
I think that I think improv is a huge thing. I know, like sometimes.
Yeah.
I was just counting to do the 4-second thing. I think that improv is huge. I know sometimes people go against they're like, oh, fucking improv, and improv people are like, oh my god, stand up, But I really think that improv can help your stand up immensely because it makes you live in the moment. Like when your Wi-Fi is really bad, you just have to like live in the moment with all of it, and just like keep rolling with the punches of it. What else was I going to say? And like also what Lindsay was saying too is you guys are in a position now, since you're just doing Zoom shows, like that's great practice to get your jokes down, which you should be writing on. I should take that advice myself. We can all write more. Everyone can write more, but it is really about getting on stage as much as you can. When the world opens back up, do all shows you can. Don't ever turn a show down. I mean, obviously, like money, if you have to work and you're like getting your rent, don't like call out of work for like a 5-minute bar show spot. You know what I mean? But if like me, like I'm usually in a normal setting. I'm usually off Monday through Thursday, so I'll pick that with shows. You know what I mean? Whenever I can, like if I'm free, I'll do it. So because it's experience, and then also I think one thing too is like make open mics work for you. Because I hosted the Flappers open mic for about 2 years, and I maybe got like I don't know. I got material from it, but what I built from that was relationships with other comedians that I still like, that I still know to this day, and that are running shows or doing stuff. Like I said, now they're headlining or whatever. You know what I mean? You meet people in those sense of ways. You know, did we lose? We lost Dan.
You know, he'll be right back.
He'll be right back.
I wonder if it was his Wi-Fi. Am I the only one?
That's a great point about the open mics because,
But,
like, yeah. Oh, just that was a great point about the open mics. I mean, there are open mics every night at Flappers. There's a great resource called, I think it's called the Comedy Bureau.
Yep.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, amazing website. They list like so many open mics. Basically, if it's 4 p.m. and you want to go do comedy on a Tuesday, like they will find something. There's something listed there that you can hop into in some time zone. Really, really helpful resource. I think. Have they maintained it with the quarantine? Is it still going?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's still.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, it's still active, and people still refer to it.
Comedy Bureau.
Yeah, it's
Comedy
still
Bureau
going.
Website.
You can find a lot of NYC open mics and a lot of things you normally wouldn't find, in standard channels. There's a lot of stuff on there.
And also, the pandemic has given rise to everybody with a Zoom account hosting a mic. Like I think the Comedy Bureau is obviously stand up, no pun intended. It's awesome. But I think that you could probably just in our own friendship circles, like off the top, like I know Dow does the mic on Monday and Tuesday. I know of 2 different mics on a Tuesday. I just learned of a Wednesday. I think a Wednesday mic, Janet Motrell, Lisa Landers on Friday. Like there's a lot of people in our, as you talk about, Mike, the very powerful point of building a circle, of building a community. Even in our own community, what Zoom and the pandemic has given rise to is a lot of people are hosting mics on Zoom because all it takes is buying a slotted and telling people sign up and let's do it. And so even, you just made me think as I roll through my mind, I can think of on the last few mics I've been on, just about everybody on there, somebody on every mic is also hosting a mic. So there are mics Monday through Thursday and Monday through Friday, like not only Flappers, but just along, just a lot of great people just doing stuff, and from Miami to California. So Mike, we were just glad to have you. So this is what we're planning. We're planning a part 2. We're planning on you having Chrome on another device that will allow you Chrome, and we're planning on having you back. That's what we're planning. What are you planning?
I love. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Safari. I'm actually I'm gonna forward that email I sent to Spectrum and forward it right to Apple. So,
right.
Because I already wrote it out, so might as well.
Yes.
But
nail the
joke
true
didn't
culprit
hit even before I did it the last time. I don't know why I said it again. But yeah, I think the most important thing is stay productive. In the pandemic as much as you can, but also like take a break once in a while. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like it's fine to. I know people are like, you gotta fucking grind, bro. Gotta keep grinding. But it's really just like take the time to reflect. Like had an amazing show at the Boston Comedy Festival, I felt like that's a little boost from me. You know what I mean? And and it's just like I'm gonna reflect on that and just keep doing what everyone's doing, just stay with it. Don't let anyone be like, don't let anyone tell you that like something is like, oh, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do this, you know what I mean? Like just do what makes you happy and try to be better at it. You know what I mean? If people are like, fucking classes, you kidding me? I'll never take a class. And then they go up and saying like, I'm so poor, I fucking jerk off in my bathroom. You know what I mean? It's like that guy needs a fucking class. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, did all that joke go through? It was a weird time to say that.
It was. So
kind of skipping.
What we're gonna do is Mike tell us. All right.
Like,
so It went through, Mike. It went through. I'm not waiting. I'm not counting 4 seconds. Mike, tell us where we can see you next. Like I think I saw where you're semifinal bound on Boston. So tell us where we can see you next. Tell us your next show.
So I just did the semifinals tonight.
Oh, okay.
I didn't make it to the next round. But as I said, don't take that as a failure. Take that as holy shit, I'm a semifinalist in the Boston Comedy Festival, which is a huge credit on my resume. You know, take it as that. There was industry in the room, so like who knows, one of them will reach out to me or they see me again, and I met some amazing people, and that's what it's all about, you know. You can see my next talk show is on December 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, because we want to cater to 9:30 for the East Coast. And you can check them all out. The full shows on YouTube also. If you go to Mike Perkins Comedy, and the channel is Perk Productions. Also follow Mandy Martino at Mandy Martino for being amazing. And yeah, she's back there, Raven. There she is. There's Raven.
Hi.
Hi.
Delays are neat things.
They are. Well, with that, we're gonna call it a night. Mike, we love you. We're gonna have you back, man. That's all I can say.
Okay.
We love you.
And thank you to our guest host, Lindsay.
It was such it was a long delay, and then it was like, good night. Thank you so much. You guys are. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So Mike, we love you. Lindsay, if you text it, put it in the private chat so Stefan can put it up, then it's done. Like if you put it in there so that he can. All right. So as we end the show, you guys, Lindsay, let me just say this: the great comedy producer that she is, who has collaborated with us, helped. She galvanized the efforts of awareness and fundraising here in California, particularly in Los Angeles, hosting 8. Was it 8 or 9? I always get it wrong.
I think it was 8. We had a bonus show, so I can't remember if it's 8 or
9. Right, 8 or 9 shows. For those who are, those who are into the Biden-Harris, like we respect everybody's political views. We respect whatever side you're on. We are in turn at the close of the general election, and finally a transition is happening. We are trying to continue our work of turning the Senate blue in Georgia, turning everything blue. Georgia is blue, but we want to turn the United States Senate blue. There's a runoff for two senators in January in Georgia, Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. So we are doing more comedy for Giggles for Georgia, starting with a series of shows that will run up to the runoff, starting this Saturday, December the 6th. Sunday. I don't even, girl, I'm so tired. Sunday, December the 6th, all the way through January 3rd. And so we're going to put the information in the chat. If you can, we would love it. Let's see. It's Sunday.
Lindsay stuff.
kind of long. Let me.
Okay,
Yeah, she put it in the private chat, and I copied and pasted it in the comments.
Okay. Can we put? It's probably too big to put on our where we have Mike's information. Will it fit in there? Will it be?
I love the fact that Georgia is so southern. They're not done with their election yet.
Yeah.
They're
savoring the process.
It's in the comments.
Okay. Perfect. I was trying to see if we could get it on not the crawl, but the banner that's under us. But no, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you, Stefan. So promo code, everybody can see it. Eventbrite, there's a link there. And it will live in the therapy of the absurd. I don't know why that word is hard. That word is hard, like rural is hard.
It won't fit the discount thing.
Just say absurd. It's not hard to say absurd, okay? Yeah. You just say absurd.
So Lindsay, can I shamelessly plug my name and your name as the discount code or no?
Sure. You can use yours if you want.
Okay.
My name is a weird code.
So shamelessly plugging discount code Dana, DANNA, or Georgia Blue, whatever makes you happiest.
It only shows this much right there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for being greedy.
No, you're good. It cuts off the discount thing.
Right.
But I mean, it's there. It's there.
Oh, processing fee with dis. You have to actually disrespect someone.
That's right. That's right.
It's this processing fee.
Like, give me my ticket, suckle.
But with that,
let me I'll send the email to contact, and then if they need the discount code, they can contact us with the email. Yeah.
But we are so great. Again, Lindsay, thank you for being here with us this week. And
my pleasure. This was really fun, guys.
And all the excitement. And we've had a great show. We want to thank our folks who just ride or die with us, who looks like they've all may have gone home now.
So this is the email that they
you got your ad. We're done.
All right, so
Nick, 5 seconds.
So that's the email for tickets to your guys' shows, right?
Right. That's the best thing right there. So Nick, Ronnie, Lauren, Bowman, Enthrall. Who else? I feel like I'm missing. I know I'm and where's Antonia? Where am I messing up? Almost there. I said Ronnie. I think everybody's gone home anyway, but I just want to say the names. Nick, which we may have said already. Anthony, there you are. And Anthony, we want to thank everybody, our regulars who come in here with us. And you guys don't forget to check out Sue's Wolfe and all the places that you can find her. And we want to thank Sue's Wolfe for having been with us tonight, you guys, as well.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, you guys, we will see you next Thursday on Therapy of the Absurd.
Yes. Thank you.
Yay!
Yay!